Hey, everybody. Good early evening to you all. I am your narrator supreme, Mr. Rob Robot Shlomo. With me is Tom Connors. Tom, this is
hello there, good sir. I was trying to do something here quick. You went a little fast there for me. That's all right. But yeah, we're here real quick on this quick live stream. Why don't you tell them why we're here, Rob?
Yeah, we are here because the trailer dropped this morning for Captain Marvel, and Tom and I have both seen it, and
yes,
we're here to give you our impressions of it. And I got to say, in that picture I'm seeing right now, looks a lot more impressive than the ones we've gotten so far in EW. Looks more authoritative there, Brie Larson. Giggity. Oh boy. But anyway, but that just goes to show you, though. I mean, just show you the difference between EU's photographers and Marvel's photographers. The EW, Entertainment Weekly. So,
yeah.
What am I talking about? EU. The EU,
the extended universe,
the European Union. Okay, Tom. Okay, okay, Tom. Okay, we can't have to hurry this up long because I got trivia in a little while.
Yeah, so that's why we're doing this. Plus, we have ladies' night tonight, and you're not here, so we're doing this more for you. This is more your reaction. I'll give kind of my feelings a little bit more later. I'll get a little bit of insight, but yeah, go ahead and take her away on how you feel about this.
All right, so I watched the trailer. And I gotta tell you, nothing says 90s like Blockbuster Video. I gotta tell you, too bad. I mean, I'm wondering, they get some free, yeah, if Blockbuster's gonna make a comeback, they got some free product placement right there. But I'm kind of this is a weird thing. Hey, Mary Ashmead, how's it going out there? Our wench, Mary Ashmead. But okay. I don't know whether or not I should like it, which is a weird thing to say because this movie is in a bizarre position for Marvel, and I'll explain that in a second. This very much feels like this film has to prove itself, and for a Marvel movie, that shouldn't be the case. It really shouldn't. It looked, I don't want to say it looked generic, but there were a couple shots where Brie Larson looked bored. She doesn't look like, okay, she's not Mikey Spock, but she doesn't emote very well, I gotta say. And again, we're only seeing a minute 57 seconds of footage here, so that could change down the road. But I haven't seen, admittedly, I haven't seen Brie Larson anything else. I didn't see Kong Skull Island. I didn't see Room. I didn't see any other other stuff. But at the same time, I mean, she doesn't look as bored in those Entertainment Weekly photos, but she looks kind of like she's just there. And again, like I said, I know we have very little to go on, but at the same time, I mean, it's I'm not completely sold, but I got to say I'm interested. Would you say it's a fair assessment, Tom?
I see where you're coming from. I'm like, I wanted a little more. And of course, this is just a teaser trailer, basically. Well, of course, we're supposed to want a little more.
I think that's a good sign for a teaser trailer that you want to see more.
Right. I'm just not sure, like you said, as far as her, I didn't really have much interest in her character in the trailer so much. I loved seeing young Samuel Jackson. He looked pretty good. The cinematography was very reminiscent of films of the 90s. That's another plus. I loved some of the drops we saw already. I hope there isn't too much of that crap, but this is supposed to really tie into the MCU. I think Jeremy Conrad's been dropping stuff all day about it, tying in not only that way, but with the other dimension or whatever. What's it called? Other
Kree
realm.
Home. Yeah, the Kree. Yeah, the Kree home world. We got to see.
Well, the cosmic realm or whatever. Where
the MCU. The cosmic.
No, it has to do with where Ant-Man's left off.
Oh, not the microverse, the quantum realm.
Yes, thank you. Sorry. Oh my God, my brain just went. He's been saying it has a lot to do with the quantum realm, so there may be some of that in there too. I don't know. I'm interested. I want to see a second trailer before I really get too in depth with my opinion. But then again, this is one of the few trailers for the Marvel Universe I'm not like extremely excited for so far seeing after the trailer. Now, I don't want to sound negative either at the same time.
No.
But, you know, it's just, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'd like to say thanks to the 68 people here watching in the chat. Thank you for joining us today as we do this like quick kind of rush job. But and like I said, it's comparing this to something like the teaser for Guardians of the Galaxy. When we first saw that, you know, where they're all in the lineup.
Oh, that was fucking gold. That sold me on that.
Oh
movie.
yeah.
At first, I was like,
Yeah, that should be the gold standard for teaser trailers. It really should. It really should. But again, like, and Mary Ashby brought up in the chat, or somebody brought up in the chat, that she had a wooden look on her face. I understand that they're kind of playing a little Born Identity with this, in that she doesn't have a memory. Her memory looks like it's been wiped out. She's trying to piece it back together. That's an interesting kind of idea. A superhero whose identity kind of. Yeah. Well, Long Kiss Goodnight was really
Kiss Goodnight meets Starman or something like that. Somebody said.
Yeah, Mecha Random. Yes, we are live. Yes. Can we add Mecha Random to the
sure, if she wants to. I didn't know if she wanted to.
Yeah, we're not cheating on you, Random.
This was more for Rob, just so he could react.
Yeah, like I said, we just
I'll send you the link here.
Oh yeah, J 3.0 says, "Did you see how she punched out the whole lady?" I thought that old lady was Sally Field for a second, actually. But it kind of reminds me of Blazing Saddles when they punched out the old lady. Yeah, it's Ryan Geiger, Starman. We won't go into the David Bowie song Starman because we don't want to get man way up in the sky. Okay, we owe the state of David Bowie 3 cents.
No, we stayed within the realm of 4 lines.
But you notice that they didn't show the Skrulls. They really didn't show the Skrulls. They showed the ship, but they didn't show the.
What I missed?
Random.
Oh, she was quick.
Well, I just recorded my own, so I'm curious.
How you doing there, sweet cheeks?
Bored and uninterested with Captain Marvel? No. I sent Tom the link of my thumbnail just to kind of show my entire my entire reaction to Captain Marvel. What did I miss? What do you guys think of it?
I was just saying about how that this is and I tweeted this out earlier today. This movie's in a weird position where it has to prove itself, and it shouldn't be that way for a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
And it's weird because they really don't show you a whole lot, which is kind of good, makes you want to see more, but at the same time, they're not showing me enough to get me excited. I mean, I'm not excited. This is weird. I'm not excited, but I'm interested, which is a weird way of saying it. I want to see more.
It felt a lot like a TV show instead of a movie. Like a pilot set up for a TV show.
Or like a CW show. Yeah, it did. And I was saying about how the whole superhero loses her memory. It's kind of like a whole thing about the Born Identity. And Thomas bringing up Long Kiss Goodnight, which is actually just really another version of the Born Identity. You know, the secret agent loses his memory.
Well, didn't that come first though? Well,
no, Born Identity was
the Born books might have came first.
Yeah, the Born Identity was a novel written in 1980. So I mean, which is actually one of my favorite novels. So, and by the way, it's much different in the novel The Born Identity. It's Carlos the Jackal. So, and who was a real guy. So, but anyway,
stay on task here, Rob.
Yeah, but anyway, I love The Born Identity. I can't help it. But anyway, and yeah, like I said, Tom was pointing out young Samuel L. Jackson, young Coulson. That was interesting. If Blockbuster Video ever wants to make a comeback, you know, they got some free product placement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do they need to come back for? I mean, you've got Netflix. I mean, I guess if they want to get into like having the physical DVDs again of the shit you can't necessarily get.
Streaming, yeah. They were actually one of the first to try Well, they weren't the first, but they did try to go along the route of Netflix. So, but at
Yeah.
the same time,
They did it too late, and they had a chance to buy Netflix, and they turned them. They
yeah.
But
But
themselves in the ass now.
But we were saying about I still don't think Brie Larson is right for this. I really don't. She just looks so expressionless, and I'm like, and people say, oh, well, yeah, why should she have to smile? No. We're talking about expression, not smiling. They're not necessarily the same thing.
In that defense, and I know a lot of people have said it, now that I've seen the trailer, there is, and somebody also compared something to RoboCop too. So I have a feeling like when she comes back to Earth, she's almost like a drone of sorts, to where like she has no memories of her own or thought process of her own. They probably work as a unified team or something like that. Where she's from, she's been brainwashed, obviously, if she is human, because they set up this whole idea that she's starting to remember a childhood. But then she starts to question of whether or not it's actually hers, or and that's where the RoboCop thing comes in, I'm sure too. And that's where the I have a feeling a part of this is her humanity coming back. So she's going to probably act like a robot through the first quarter of the movie or better until she starts to come out of her shell.
And I'm sure there's a lot of emotion that we're not seeing here. I mean, there's a lot, like I said, it's a minute 57 seconds of footage, under 2 minutes. So there's a lot of stuff we're not seeing. But I would like to see like to see something. Who am I? Who am I? Just like saying, just something to indicate that there's some sort of crisis, underneath the surface, or something.
Something a little more than, oh, she's absolutely great, but she's because I have a feeling they're going to set her up to be like way too good for anything, and she's just going to be able to solve the mystery of whatever her backstory is immediately with no help from anybody. And
I think that's her challenge. It looks like she's already all powerful and all this kind of crap, but now she's trying to figure out who she is again.
It's Carol Sue. Yeah. But again, like I said, the locations look good. The whole sitting in Los Angeles, because like I said, probably Edwards Air Force Base. That's actually pretty cool. Branching out into different. And thank you, Mr. Whoever beeped the horn. Edwards Air Force Base, big Air Force Base out on the West Coast. They actually did show Monica Rambeau, I believe, who was another Captain Marvel. There's been like 8 of them, I think. So Jude Law, we got a little glimpse of Jude Law as Marvel. That was kind of interesting. Like I said, it's just this weird thing now. And one of the things I said to Tom was that thumbnail Tom chose and the poster shows you that Marvel has a lot better photographers than Entertainment Weekly. She actually has a set of hips.
Yeah. Well, they photoshopped those out on the cover of that magazine. And I didn't even think anything of it, because something's off on that magazine cover. But yeah. Mm-hmm. I had people point that out.
How dare you want her to conform to your definition of beauty?
Because I'm going to be the one looking at her ass, and I want to have an ass to look at. I'm sorry.
Oh, of course.
How dare you sexualize her?
Here's where we get here's where we get thrown off the air.
No.
It's okay if I sexually harass women.
Especially if we get some super chats out of it.
Keep going.
Start making it rain dollar bills, y'all. We want that dirty talking chick on more.
Oh, do they? Do I have fans?
I haven't had any complaints. I got a lot of people saying they like you, or they think you're funny, or
okay.
One thing I did notice was that they did put the helmet on her. Towards the end of the trailer, they did put the helmet on her. Have you seen the helmet that she helmet where she has the mohawk, the hair, the helmet, the helmet where she has the mohawk sticking out of the top of it. So so they did sort of like a more accurate nod to the comics.
I'll be honest, this is one of the heroes that I know the least about. I mean, I admitted back when, I didn't know a lot about Captain America. I didn't know a shit ton about Iron Man. I know a little bit. Hulk was probably the only familiar character in that group to me. at that time. In the original Avengers, as far as like really, that's not true. I didn't know a lot of Captain America's backstory, so I take that back. Hulk and Captain America probably were my top two that I knew anything about, and the rest I didn't know that much about. And all I knew about Iron Man is I'd seen like the first few of those old 60s Marvel cartoons where they basically took the frames from the comic and animated them slightly. They were kind of like predecessors to the yep, and they even used the theme in the movie too. Yeah, that's all I knew of Iron Man, really.
Yeah.
So I was
kind
of going into that cold, so I can't prejudge this either. But you know, same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy, same thing with Doctor Strange, and so on down the road. Ant-Man too, as well. Yeah. So I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, I'm not going to be surprised if this is Marvel's first flop.
Like I said, they're not wowing me. They're not. It really doesn't wow me. I don't know why. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. There's no one moment that I can point to in this that's make me say, "Whoa, that was badass."
I know Miranda wants to put her finger in it though.
Giggity. I'll pay money to see that. I'd buy that for $1.
I'll buy that for $1. Yeah, the RoboCop. It was also Jeremy Conrad who brought that up as well, so I got to give him props. So.
The whole RoboCop, yeah, she's
comparison,
reclaiming her humanity.
Yes,
yeah, that's kind of a word. Well, that's kind of an.
It does have a very generic, in quotations, '90s action feel to it. That I dig. I dug the very bright '90s cinematography. The CGI, of course, we're going to have to wait until we see more. That has never been one of Marvel's strong suits, and I've always said that. The most impressive thing they ever did was probably Thanos. So, yeah, I don't know.
I did like Ant-Man. I did like the feeling.
Ant-Man did have a lot of cool shit, and especially in 3D.
Yeah, it did give you the feeling that you were watching a guy who had shrunk to the size of an ant. I really did. Yeah, but anyway, like we were saying, this I really don't know where I'm which side of the fence I'm on this. I really don't. Like I said, I want to see more.
And to be fair to Rob, I know we usually get accused of being Marvel lovers here, but I know you haven't really been looking forward to this movie. You almost like you wanted to hate it.
Yeah,
you didn't like what they were doing. The character, it sounded like. Sorry, I'll let you speak for yourself. There.
No, that's fine. I didn't. I thought It's not that I want to hate it. I thought I was going to. Yeah, I was like, oh boy, and just the whole idea of how the character is portrayed now in the comics is that they are trying to build her up into being Marvel's flagship character. And all they're doing is, like I said, the whole thing about Carl Manvers, and they're as Gary from Nerdrotic said, they pretty much destroyed the character in the comics. The character's a lot more interesting in the 80s when Rogue sucked all her powers out. So, and then Random wants to make a joke there somewhere, but. But when she became,
I'll watch that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
That would be a good movie, actually.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can find that in your local porn shop.
I'll point.
I'm old.
I'll point to my resource later, Random. So.
I just learned I can use the intranets to buy the goods.
Yeah.
I don't have to go trade no more.
But actually, someone just brought in. She goes into space with the X-Men and becomes binary. That's actually, that's my familiarity with Carol Danvers when she was binary. When she was in the X-Men comic, she was a lot more interesting back then. And it's this weird thing. And I keep wanting to call her Ms. Marvel. I do. I wanted to call her Ms. Marvel. But the other thing too is that Carol Danvers was a flawed character too to begin with. She, like I said, she was an alcoholic. She actually has split personality. She I don't want to say she was easy, but there was a writer, Carol Strickland, that she wrote an essay, "The Rape of Miss Marvel," and about how she had a child with I can't remember the name of the character off the top of my head, but she had a child with. She was actually seduced in a dream state, and they had or have a baby with some character, and pretty much against her, not against her will, not against her will,
She
but
was
without.
Bill Cosby.
No, she says, I admit I roofied up Miss Marvel. You don't know how much ketamine it took to get her in like that, man.
She's a fighter.
Oh, she's a fighter. She's a feisty one, let me tell you. Yeah, and actually, yeah, she was really good, and she was in the Avengers. Oh, here comes my ride. So there's a siren.
Better run it up. Come on, keep going.
I'm gonna
So
get
anyway, but like I said, you know, and I hate the idea that she can't be feminine now too. I really do. I hate the idea in the comics that you can't portray her as being overtly feminine, and that she can't be a woman. Random, you probably have more of an opinion on that than I do, or better opinion on that.
I think it's insulting to make every single woman be uninteresting and boring to look at. I mean, other girls don't like other girls. You know, I don't think we're going to be inspired by this or anything. And yeah, I did release a little bit of a joke reaction to this, where I'm basically sitting there texting for like 3 minutes. So, because like I am, she looks bored and uninteresting, and you know, I find it kind of offensive that they, you know, are photoshopping away anything that makes her a woman, anything that makes her pretty, anything, you know. And also, I guess since this is the 90s, where the hell's the Rachel haircut?
Yeah, that's actually good. That's actually a good point.
Why wouldn't she have that? Every woman had that, and maybe she was too young. I guess I don't know.
First of all, Dayton Pfeiffer, thank you for the $10 super chat. We appreciate that very much. The Rachel haircut, and actually, look, I used to like women in the 90s. Used to have the outline on the lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was actually, I used to like that. So, a lot of women were wearing that. So yeah, they have the 90s they have the 90s cars, but it's in the Blockbuster video. But at the same time, and like you said, they're photoshopping out anything that makes her overtly feminine. How many ace bandages do you think are holding down her breasts?
Well, does she have any? Does she have any though? That's the thing. Like, she's not a very curvaceous woman normally. She's kind of one of these sort of toothpick women. And you know, I'm gonna get shit for picking apart somebody's body type, but she's not super curvaceous. She's not super interesting. She has that kind of reality show sort of, I'm not what you expect, you know, kind of.
I really don't give a shit about that.
I know, it just drives me crazy. I hear that so much, and this is kind of why I hate reality shows. And kind of, they all have this sort of growl, like they're trying to hold in their pot. You know, that's really what it reminds me of. And they can't project. They've never done any voice anything. Like, God.
Wonder how much of it's
They're not like Patrick Stewart, who knows how to project his voice across the theater.
Acting. Think of.
You have to take Shakespearean acting to learn how to project properly and enunciate every word. So,
well, you have to learn how to pronounce things and speak up. We can't hear you. I'm tired of mumbly actors. They do that all the time in bad TV shows. And speak up. I can't understand you.
Chris Lowe says soccer mom on a shopping trip. Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Dayton Pfeiffer, thank you for the super chat.
Yeah. I
no comment, but thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes. Sebastian
extra Lemmy there on his.
The ace of spades. Yeah, so there's my Lemmy impression. Lemmy actually said something great though in an interview. He says, "Yeah, go out and buy the Motorhead album. If you can't afford to go out and buy it, go out and steal it."
You ever seen the movie Airheads?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that part. Who can play guitar better, Lemmy or God? Lemmy. Trick question. Lemmy is God.
Well, Lemmy was also a bass player.
Yes. Just to know, we do not. Midnight Touch After Dark does not advocate stealing of Motorhead albums. So anyway,
so who cares?
Yeah. Well, anyway, mumbly actors. Kevin Costner springs to mind. Damn it! What is the Night of the Long Sirens?
Yeah, you did something, Rob.
They found out I installed.
He wasn't.
But
He
it's
used to be so bad. I more think of like Harrison Ford now, or
but anyway, let's get back on track.
yeah.
Harrison Ford.
Puma pants.
So, like it's how well do we think this is going to do? How well? I mean, I know it's a little early to start with the box office predictions, and it's not out until what, March 9th?
Yeah, it's March or something next year.
Yeah, I think so.
So
because Avengers is May, I think.
Yeah, and like I said, they're setting this up to lead directly into Avengers, the next Avengers movie. Nerdrotic, actually, Gary's in the chat now. Nerdrotic, he says, "Let me Motorhead advocates stealing Motorhead albums."
We got
What's up, Gary? But I don't see this doing a huge opening weekend.
It has to do better than Ant-Man.
Yeah, that's the bar. What did Ant-Man do? What did 70 million opening weekend?
Yeah. Well, not just opening weekend, but overall. Because Ant-Man 2 just barely squeaked by the first one with 100 mil.
Yeah. Carrie Dalton actually said, so she's either an alien with Carol Danvers' memory or implanted, or she's an amnesiac. Which do people prefer? Well, the thing is, she's a Kree-human hybrid. The explosion makes her into a Kree-human hybrid.
So she has two different memories, yeah.
Yeah. And she she loses her memory at some point. But and the Kree just use her as a weapon because that's what the Kree do. But one of the things is, though, like you said, it's going to have to do more than Ant-Man, better than Ant-Man. I'm not sure if it will. I'm not sure. Well, there's going to be people who are going to see it because it's going to be a movement, and we all know in America,
curiosity factor, yeah.
And we all know in America today, the best way to be a part of a movement is not to actually stand for something; it's to spend money, is to give money to a corporation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like I'm going to sound terrible for saying this. People celebrated Black history and Black heritage, African American heritage, by handing over money to a corporation like Disney that's being run by white people to see a superhero created by two Jewish guys from Brooklyn. I mean, that's where we are now.
And then
that's
they call you racist for skipping it too.
Is this going?
We got 118 people. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, Rob.
Yeah, thanks for joining. No, that's fine. Is this going to spark a movement like Black Panther? I'm not sure if it will.
Movement.
But like I said, this is going to be interesting, though. This is going to be really interesting. Damn it! All these sirens. It's going to be interesting to see how well this does. And if it does fail, I'm not anticipating this. I'm not saying it's going to fail, but what are the excuses going to be if it fails?
That you're a sexist. You don't like powerful women. You're a misogynist man baby. Yeah.
Yeah. When you say like Tyler Bioshock says, when I say it like that, Rob, it's almost like corporate empowerment is odd. I'm like, yeah, that is actually.
I know you only got a few more minutes here, Rob. So like, I mean, it's. I think it'll do okay because I see a few people here saying it's going to do 500-600. I bet you it'll do between 700 and 800 million probably when it's all said and done. But the question will be whether or not it's actually that good.
Yeah,
it might be one of those where people say, it was like Thor: The Dark World or Iron Man 2. It was all right. We need it for Avengers: Infinity War, but that's it, kind of thing.
How many think pieces are you going to see like on IndieWire or on sci-fi.com, what passes for sci-fi.com that say it doesn't matter if Captain Marvel's good or not, you have to see it. Remember, like we were seeing about Wrinkle in Time. It's more important that you see it than if it's actually good or not. I'm like, that's not the point.
We like Wizard of Oz because it sucks.
Yes, exactly. The point is that these movies, you want representation, but you want bad representation.
A movie can't just be like an advancement in some way, whether it's technology or storytelling or whatever. Or well, that's the whole point. Can't be any of these things without a good story too. So it has to be both. You can do one or the other, but generally, if it's just a bunch of flash without any substance, it goes pretty fast.
Yeah, I guess there's a reason why we're still talking about Star Wars all 40 years later.
Jaws,
because Jaws, Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Empire Strikes Back.
Well, better yet, I brought up Wizard of Oz, and there's King Kong, and
The Godfather,
and stuff like that. Yeah,
You know,
the original Superman.
I sent you. Hey, we got. What's the Don Corleone? You stop crying, be a Superman.
Somebody should mix. I would love to see mixing of the Godfather bitching out. What's his face?
Godfather.
What should I do? You can be a man.
Godfather. This guy Luthor. Got this.
Christopher Reeve's voice in there because I swear there's like a few times he goes, "Father, what should I do?" At least. And then you just plug it in.
You stop crying and be a man.
Exactly.
Godfather. So yeah.
Just God part, so he just says Father, or whatever. And like,
yeah. Father. You know how many times, like, if you grow up in an Italian household, you get that a lot. You stop crying to be a man. So, oh my God. Yeah, that actually be funny. He whacks him in the face. Nihilist, that should have been a Man of Steel. Yeah, that should actually. Yeah, this is so. What was I supposed to do? Let those people die? Maybe. That's okay, Clark. You don't have to rescue them. You could just be a selfish prick and let everybody drown.
Yeah, that's the Ken I know and love.
Yeah, he's learning how to be a hero. He's learning, like, no. If you're raised the right way, you already know how to be a hero.
Motherfucker's a mass murderer.
Yeah. So, all right. How do we end this one? Because, like I said, I gotta get going in here.
Yeah, Carl Manvers.
Yeah. Please don't go down the Carl Manvers road, please. Don't make her Justin Bieber. Don't make her like a raging raging feminist with like a cause head like in PCU. That's all I ask. I got a feeling Kevin Feige's smarter than this. And if Brie Larson starts opening her mouth, she's gonna get called back into Kevin's office. Brie, listen, I know you're passionate about these causes, and I enjoy I like your moxie, kid, but see this? He holds up his iPhone. You see this? That's Yvonne Stravoski's number in my contacts. You can, don't let me ruffalo you. So, yeah. So, okay. Nobody got that reference? No one really ruffalo you? No? So,
no, we're lame. We don't get it.
Mark Ruffalo. We replace Edward Norton as the Hulk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, don't step on the bit there, Random. So.
No, I think I'm the kind of average Marvel movie going kind of person that they want in the seats, and so somebody who like doesn't quite pay attention 100% to all the Marvel stuff.
Victor Six says, "I don't think Kevin has the reins anymore." Yeah, Kevin. Well, as far as we know, Uncle Kevin's still in charge. Daisy Ridley, no. Daisy, no. Keep Daisy Ridley far away from the Marvel. Please get a restraining order against her. I do not want Daisy Ridley anywhere near Marvel Studios.
She's just as bad. She's just the British Brie Larson.
Yeah. Oh boy. But we're gonna have to see. I mean, the worst thing they could possibly do is to have her be good at everything and not fail. She has to. That's going to be the test. What is she going to fail to do in this movie? Because they all have setbacks. Like, Captain America failed to save Bucky. Tony Stark failed to keep this technology out of. Failed to keep his weapons out of the wrong hands. They all have some sort of fail. Thor fails to
a lot.
Yeah, Thor fails the test to show a true leadership. which is why I got banished from Earth. Asgard, yes.
His father.
Let me see.
Loki.
Yeah.
His mother.
His mother. Yeah. Thor's had a lot of failures. Dang.
That's why I said a lot.
Who else? Ant-Man fails he fails as a
Keep
father.
his ass out of jail.
Yeah. I mean, like, no, we're gonna have to see. I'm like, all these movies have to deal with some sort of
characters. Yeah, and of course the Hulk's killed people, so
yeah, he fails to keep his emotions and his rage in check.
Pretty much say, it's implied that he's killed a lot of people.
I didn't see Black Panther. What did he fail at doing?
Oh, he failed at he didn't keep he lost to his cousin or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And failed his father, I guess, in a way, and his people.
Okay. I'm trying to think. What did Doctor Strange? Doctor Strange. He fails. He fails to really understand what it. But
see, that's kind of Black Panther's whole thing. Is he's fixing his father's failure more so.
Okay. Kerry Dalton failed to save his father. Yeah. And so he has to atone for his father's failure. Really, this is the sins of the father. Really, come back to visit the son. So yeah, we're gonna have a Captain Marvel rise above the patriarchy. All those white males should check their privilege. No, that's what we don't want. That's what we don't want.
Well, we're gonna talk a little bit more about Captain Marvel here in about 45 or hour and 45 minutes. Roughly hour and 45 minutes with Random and Ren and Susan Layton from Nerdrotic, of course, and 1420 Elm Street and Heroic Hollywood. So we got a special guest on tonight. Be sure to check us out then. So yeah, Rob, anything else you have to say about Captain Marvel before you head out? We heard your ride there. So
she's still got a flat ass.
I'm going to hell for laughing at that. I know it.
She does though. It's okay. I agree with it.
Nothing wrong with flat ass. You can set your beer on it. Like, honey, this is the greatest ever. I can watch the game, do you, and set my beer right here. Oh, hey, there we go.
I thought that was like the giant like tabletop ass though.
Yeah. Tyon Ranger said,
as long as it's flat.
Tyon Ranger says she fails a lot. The whole montage of falling down, it's what she fails at that'll matter. Yeah.
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 All right, I better put Redneck Tom away.
Okay, didn't call those last guys. I think they might be the NSA though. Yes. Yes. Okay, guys. I gotta get going here. I gotta go win some money at trivia. Hopefully, if not, second place is the best around. Nothing's gonna break me down. Yeah. So all right, send some good answers.
Trivia real quick. That song was actually wrote for a Rocky movie. Okay, go.
Was it written by Vince DiCola or?
I can't remember which. It's yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. Have the answer when I get back. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. All 33 of you watching now. Thanks for joining us. You like what we do? Subscribe. Click the bell icon. Check us on Patreon. Bonus features, lost episodes, bloopers, outtakes, behind the edge making videos. Subscribe and click the bell icon on the main channel. Go to Random's page. Subscribe. Click the bell icon. Go to her Patreon there. Isn't that right, Random?
Yes.
And join us later for Ladies' Night.
Join us later for Ladies' Night. Oh, yes, it's Ladies' Night.
We might have some other special guests show up, but I won't say who.
Oh, yes, it's Ladies' Night. And if you donate to if you donate enough money to Patreon, you get to see the uncut, explicit sex tape of me and Random.
What? They're two separate videos, actually.
No, we don't have that. No. Okay, I promised her we'd keep it between us. So, all right. Good thing you laughed, otherwise that would.
Oh yeah, awful. Like I don't remember making one.
That's why I said they're two separate videos. Yeah. One's Rob thinking about the sex video with you, and the other one's you just going, "What? A sex video?"
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Be back here for Ladies' Night in about 45 minutes or so.
Hour and 45, yeah.
Hour and 45 minutes. And until I see you again, I will catch you all next time.